Hi, this is Dale O'Shields, pastor of Church of the Redeemer. Thanks for joining me today for our devotional time. I want to ask you a question today, and that's this. Which word better describes you, the word can or the word can't? What's the primary word in your vocabulary? When things come your way, opportunities come your way, situations arise, is your response, I can, or is your response, I can't? There's a time in the life of David as David is now becoming the king of Israel following Saul's death, and he's now taking initiative to move the kingdom forward. And he's decided that he's going to go to Jerusalem and take Jerusalem. That was God's promise to give him that city, and so he's going to take Jerusalem from the Jebusites. And I want to read to you a portion of the story of what happens here from 2 Samuel chapter 5, verses 6 and 7. And notice what happens here. Notice we're focusing on the word can and can't. The king and his men marched to Jerusalem to attack the Jebusites who lived there. The Jebusites said to David, "You will not get in here. Even the blind and the lame can ward you off." They thought, David cannot get in here. Nevertheless, David captured the fortress of Zion, which is the city of God. Here's David going up against the city of Jerusalem. And the Jebusites who lived in Jerusalem, they said, you're not going to get in here. There's no way you'll ever get in this city. They sent messages to David to tell him what he could not do. You can't do this. It's impossible. You'll never get in here. Now, David could have easily listened to those voices and said, you know what, they're right, can't do this. But instead, the Bible says, nevertheless, David captured the fortress of Zion. Nevertheless, that is, he didn't listen to the voices of negativity. He found a voice of faith in his soul and said, you know, the enemies say we can't, but God says we can. And I want to remind you of that today, that as the enemy voices come to you, and sometimes that enemy voice is just the voice of your own self-talk telling you what can't be done, what's a limitation, what's an impossibility in your life. I want to encourage you to move beyond the what can't be done to what can be done. Insert that little nevertheless into your life today. Nevertheless, no matter what the enemy said couldn't be done, God says it can be done. Be a can person, not a can't person.